Hey Leo besties, and welcome to my channel, blahscrystalsale, Leo Tarot. If you're new to my channel, Leo, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't leave my channel without subscribing. Make sure to like this video, Leo, if it does resonate with you in any type of way, and or comment down below and let me know what you're thinking. Take the reading, Leo, as it resonates with you. It will resonate differently for everyone. And Leo, if you don't like my shit, get out my shit, okay? Any other information that I do not state as of now, excuse me, will be down below in the description box. Give me 1 second, Leo, to pull up your live. All right, so this is your 11th hour reading. Make it make sense. Take out my resonate. If you have not signed up for my 11th hour ritual, please make sure you go check that out on my website, blahscrystalsale.com. Don't worry, I will state it quite a few times throughout this reading. Also, the accountability group is now open on my website as well, so go check that out. Crystal, good evening. Good evening. Why does my hair look lopsided like that? I didn't notice that. I don't like it. Good evening, Leo. Good evening. Cornecia, good evening. Davion, good evening. Empress, good evening. It's been a minute. Oh, no, this is just the office space. Until we get like a desk inside the apartment. So it's just the office. They got a desk. So I just come here and use their desk until I get one. But yeah. Good evening, y'all. Good evening. Take it to go. Even though I didn't pay for it, but I feel like I did pay for it technically with my rent and stuff. So thank you. It is mine. All right, let's go ahead and start with your reading. So, like I said, this is the 11th hour reading. Take out my girl's name, okay? So either way, what's the message that Spirit wants to give to you? Leo, 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 Spirit, what message do you want to give to Leo? What message do you want to give to Leo, Spirit? I heard something, but I forgot it because I wasn't really listening. Take a reality check. The full moon in Capricorn. I think we just had the full moon in Capricorn too. Take a reality check. Leo, 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 Spirit. What message do you want to give to Leo? Damn. Start over, Leo. Tear the whole thing down. Start over. You got the great crumble. After something crumbles comes something good. And it don't have to be a big crumble. Spirit is saying it could be a small crumble. It only becomes bigger when you keep trying to hold on to it and you won't let it go. You got manifest at the bottom of the deck. It's your time, Leo. It's your time to manifest something big, to manifest something different. What does your new look like? What does your new look like? What does your new life look like? When it comes to your life, how are you dressed? What kind of food do you eat? You know, what is your routine? What are your new hobbies? Don't just start over in one area. Spirit is saying every area needs to be restarted, not just one. Because let's just say, you're like, I'm going to get a new job, right? That's your new reality. What comes with that new job? Because the same person isn't at that new job. Let's say you get it. Hold on, stay with me. If you got a raise with the same old mentality, it's not a raise. It's not a raise. If you got a raise with the whole old mentality of I just blow out my money, it's not a raise. It's the same thing. You got to increase just to blow more money. But if you got a raise and you changed your mentality of with this extra money that I'm receiving, because I wasn't counting on it then, I'm going to invest this money. It's a new reality. You have the Fool. Yana, good evening. It's time to start completely over. Spirit is saying there's something in your life that is going to change soon. There's something in your life that is going to change soon. Monique, good evening. There's something in your life that is going to change soon, but you can't just change that. You can't just change that. Okay, everything has to change too. The way that you think, the way that you feel, the way that you move. You have judgment. Something in your life is about to change, Leo. Meaning, it's going to work in your favor. You're about to get something big, okay? You got the great crumble here. Something big is going to come in. Something could have already crumbled a long time ago or recently, right? Something big crumbled in your life, something big changed in your life, and now something major is coming into your life. The Spirit is saying you cannot have the old mentality. Otherwise, it's going to be the old way. You're going to be sitting here like, well, things are still the same. Things are not the same, but they're only the same because your mental is that way. So if you got a raise for like $25 a month or an hour, $25 an hour, that's a lot of money. If you add it up, I don't know how much money that is exactly. Y'all do the calculations, but $25 an hour, that's a lot of money. Kalima, I don't need your calculator. $25 an hour, that's a lot of money, right? But the old mentality, if you have the old mentality of I like what I like, I buy what I buy, and I just keep blowing, and I don't make any investments, then of course your life is not going to change no matter how much extra money you come into. It does not matter. So whatever is changing into your life, Spirit is saying it cannot be the only thing that changes. Please stop. Are you on for the next assignment?
I just started one.
Okay, that's it. Is it yes or no? Please stop. Kelly, good evening. Royalty, good evening. That's making all damn noise. Seven of Wands. Anybody talking about you?
Sure.
The Knight of Swords. Page of Wands. See, this the part where Spirit's like, you can't go in there being stupid. Okay? This like, look now, I'm gonna bring the little race card up in here for a minute. Okay? It's like black people parents telling them, don't you come up in these white people off house and act a fool. Right? That's literally what it means. I don't know what white people tell, their children and stuff. So whatever y'all would tell y'all children, put down in the comments so y'all can talk amongst each other, because I don't really know. So I can't relate. But don't you walk into these white people establishment acting the fool, right? It's literally one of those things where you can't go in there with the same mentality. Okay, you can't go in there acting the same way that you would act at home. You can't do that. And that's the Spirit saying here. So let me try to figure out the way that everybody else would take it. So give me a second. Don't you walk up into this courtroom. How about that? Don't you walk up in this courtroom acting a fool. Okay? Don't you walk up in this courtroom carrying yourself as if you some criminal on the streets. Okay? You might be a criminal on the streets, but you need to get out of whatever sentence you may possibly get. So you're gonna go up in there, you're gonna act right. You're gonna have some act right, basically, is what Spirit is saying to you. Yes, Colleen.
Since I don't know.
No. You about to ask me something and move that laptop away from there. No, I'm not. I'm not talking. Figure it out. Don't submit it. Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. Anyway, like I was saying. So, like they say, don't you go up in there showing out, basically, is what Spirit is saying. When you get whatever Spirit is about to bless you with, don't you go up in there acting like you do any other day. Okay, this is a new day. You're not going to be the same. You're not going to carry yourself the same. You're not going to go in that business meeting acting like you would at home. Okay, you're not going to go in that business meeting, this new business meeting, to make this new deal, acting like you would, in your old position or something. You're not going to do it. Whatever new thing is coming your way or is filling your life very soon, Spirit's saying you can't act the same way. You're different. People may call you different, but you're different. You have to be different. Otherwise, hold on, you're going to see another great crumble. You have to move different. Okay? So you're code switching, technically, if you know how to code switch. What, Khalil? And quickly.
Have you spent a Veterans Day with someone do something? But I don't know anything about veterans at all.
Who's a veteran, Khalil?
You never told me anything about veterans.
You get discounts for Veterans Day. You can go out to eat for Veterans Day and get some discounts, or you can get free meals, or you can get some discounts, or whatever else it is. Khalil, Google is your best friend. Google it. Anyway, like I was saying, it is your color. David, good evening. So what's the situation Spirit wants to describe to you, Leo? Leo, Spirit. What situation do you want to describe to Leo? If you have not checked out the 11th hour ritual on my website, make sure you go check that out. Also, the accountability group is also open for signups. I told you, you cannot move the same, Leo. You cannot move the same. It's important. Clearing. You about to be a whole new person that people do not even recognize. You may not even recognize, okay? But as true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mine to God's. Such freedom. Basically, God is about to bless you with something. Okay? God is about to bless you with something. Now, before, you might have done all this stuff on your own, right? When you see what headache you got, that's why Spirit had to destroy it. That's why Spirit had to let it go. Because you did all this on your own. Look at the mess you made. Now God is basically saying, I'm blessing you with something that I'm blessing you with. Don't screw it up by trying to do the same thing you did before. Kelly, good evening. You got the devil. You got twin flame. You ain't do all this work, Leo. Look now, you done went through hell and back with samples. You ain't do all this work just to mess it up again and let samples back into your life. Just to start moving the same old way that got you into the last headache. You got observer. This is a fresh new start if you don't stop it. You're the Knight of Wands. Three of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. See, in the past, Leo, this is where you messed up at, okay? Spirit gave you something. Some of you guys may have talked too much, okay? But Spirit gave you something, but you did not, you received what Spirit was giving you, but you did not learn the history. You did not learn, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but the history. Make it make sense. For instance, when you apply for a new job, they have the rules, right? They have the rules on how their job works, what they're looking for, the criteria. That's what you got to go in there like. Until you learn the laws of the land, you can't move the way that you want to move. You got to move the way that everyone else has to move. Otherwise, they don't know you lying. Okay, they're gonna know you lied on that application. You got to move the way that they want you to move. You can't tell on yourself. So I feel like in the past, a lot of you guys told on yourselves. You told on yourselves way too soon. So yes, you may have received what spirit wanted you to receive, but you told on yourself way too soon. Okay, it's like walking into the Gucci store or something. I don't really know, one of them high end places or whatnot, and you telling yourself and tell people you show off that you don't have no money because you didn't know how to go in there and act like you had some money. You started telling on yourselves. Oh, how much does this cost? How much does this cost? People with money don't be asking all them damn questions. How much does this cost? Because it really don't concern them. They about to just blow the bag anyway. Okay, now some people do, but majority of them do not. So when you start to nitpick, you go to a restaurant, you start to ask, how much does that cost? And you make the face right after too, even after asking how much it costs. People don't do that. Okay, I can tell you right now, I don't be caring too much. I don't be caring too much about pricing and everything. So when I go to the store, if I want something, I'm not asking myself how much it costs. I really do not care. I want it. I know I got money in my card. Swipe this damn card. Okay, I don't really care. At the end, when we get to the register, they be like, "Oh, it's let's say $250." Okay, swipe the damn card, bitch. Why the fuck you telling me? Did I put this back? No, I didn't. But there will be times where I may be like, give me that back. Let me put that back. But what did I do? Tell myself. Okay? Tell myself. And Spirit is saying, in the past, whatever situation it may have been, Leo, you have revealed too soon that you did not belong, which got you booted out the group. Okay? Which gave people a reason that they did not need you. So some of the reasons that you may have gotten fired from your job was because you showed or told your job that they did not need you. Why do I got to keep you? I'm going to keep everybody else, but I'm going to let you go. You're going to be part of the let go team because you revealed your hand too soon, and I realized I didn't need you. I didn't need you. You went up in there and you acted a fool. No, you do not submit, Colleen. The Ace of Wands. Three of Pentacles. With this next phase, whatever Spirit is giving you, Spirit is saying they are watching you. Somebody is watching you. You got the Two of Swords here. They are watching you and watching you like a hawk because they're trying to figure out where to place you. And they can't box you, Leo. Don't let them box you up now. They're trying to figure out where to place you. They're trying to figure out where you belong. So when you come into this blessing and you go into that store, Spirit is saying it ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business. Start moving like you belong because you belong. Start moving like you belong. It ain't nobody's business what you got in your pockets. Ain't nobody's business what you got in your house. Ain't nobody's business what you got in your car because you're gonna be having stuff in the car. But ain't nobody's business what you do with your love life or whatever else it is. It ain't nobody's business. Okay, stop telling on yourselves. But they're gonna be trying to figure out where to place you, what to do with you, Leo. Because everybody got to place you somewhere. You can't be out here all free, willy nilly, just doing what you want. You can't live that type of life because I got to know where to place you. I got to know what to do with you. And you got to understand, Leo, that ain't nobody going to know what to do with you. Shoot, you may not even know what to do with you. And that's cool. That's good because nobody can limit you. Nobody can block you. And nobody should be able to limit you because then that just pushes you further and further and further. But people, what do they want to do? They always want to cap you off, right? They always want to stunt your growth, knock you down because they'd rather be above. Nobody wants you above them. You go into a job and you start a job and you start doing better than the boss, what are they going to do? Knock you down. Okay, knock you down. But Spirit is saying that's what's happened in the past, but not this time. Not this time. But the reason why it's not going to happen is because you're not revealing your hand. Okay? You're not telling these people where you belong. By the time they figure out where you belong, you're already going to be on to the next. They're not going to know where to replace you or what to replace you with, when to replace you, when to remove you. They're not going to know. Because when the time comes, you're going to remove yourself before you get fired. Okay? You're going to remove yourself before it's time to go. You're going to remove yourself. Okay? At the end of the day, take the how motherfucker resonate. Let's move on. So, where the fuck are you supposed to go? Right here. So, the energy vampires. What energy vampires will try to interfere? Okay, good evening. You have the Five of Pentacles. Samples. Anything, person, place, or thing that are samples. Definitely going to try to interfere because these are the people that boxed you in. I have to diagnose you with something. Something's wrong with you, obviously. Something. I have to place you somewhere. Those are the energy vampires that's going to try to interfere with this new blessing that Spirit is starting you with. You can't afford this, right? You can't afford it. I gotta place you somewhere. What is your tax bracket? You out here making all this money, but how much money do you really make? Okay, and you're like, I just be making money. No, but how much money do you make? Who do you file your taxes with? What type of job do you have? Oh, I knew it. I knew it. That's why. That's why, because you have that type of job. Ain't nobody's business. They don't get to know your life. Not this chapter. They don't get to know your life. You got the Ace of Cups here. Three of Cups. They don't get to know your life. Just enjoy the view. Enjoy the view. The Sun card. This gives me Halle Berry, not Halle Berry. Haley. Do it, I'm running, honey, do it. Haley and Haley. This gives me whatever the fuck the girl last name is, Haley and DDG or whatever. I don't really know because I just be watching stuff. But Haley and DDG when they was having a baby, right? Now I think Haley's a Sagittarius or something. I don't know what DDG is because I don't really know him like that. Is it Halle? Oh, Halle Berry, Haley Bailey, Halle Bailey. I shouldn't fucking know how to say that because Halle Berry keeps coming up. But this like them, how they just made the announcement for their baby that they had a baby and everybody and their mama knew they had a baby, but they was hiding it. But it's one of those situations. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business what's going on in my life. But you see how they were trying to keep that secret, and everybody and their mama wanted them to reveal it because they just had to place them somewhere. They had to box them in, right? Because once I find out, this is the different boxes that people are now boxing them in because now that they know. Before, they just suspected. They didn't have a box. They didn't have a box, but she was the Disney princess. And he was the YouTuber. I don't know what the fuck he'd be doing with his life, honestly. YouTuber, rapper, I don't fucking know what he do. Okay, because I never watched a YouTube video of him. I didn't even know about him until Haley Bailey. Well, anyway, I don't really give a fuck either. But, you know, nobody was checking for them, basically. Not in that way. So they had a box that they were placed in. She was the singer Disney princess, right? And he was the YouTuber rapper. I don't really know what he does, but they were boxed there. But they really weren't boxed there, but that's what they were. So people admired her for what she did and for what he did. Now, this is where YouTube rapper. Okay, cool. This is where the new box comes in because this is what everybody was waiting for. I want to know. I want to know what's going on. This is you. So take it how my fucking resonate. Okay. Now that people know that they officially had a baby, where does she get placed at? Oh, you're about to be a single mother. Why would you get married when you just, made a Disney, you just became a Disney princess? Why would you have a baby when you just became a Disney princess? Why would you get married? I mean, have a baby without being married? See, people only wanted to know so they could place her somewhere. He's not really taking a hit, but she's gonna take a pretty big hit, right? And that's why you can see why they kept it hush hush. Because everybody wants to place you in a box that you don't belong in. And it's only because when they get to know, when people feel like they feel are entitled to knowing your life, they now get to place you where they want to place you at because it makes them feel comfortable. It's not about you, it's about them. And Spirit's saying to you, the energy vampires are going to try to treat you as such. It's going to make them feel comfortable to place you, to put limits on you because it's impossible that you change your life around like this. It's impossible that you're doing better than me. It's impossible that you have changed. And that's why Spirit telling you not to show out. Don't you go up in these people's house acting the fool. Okay, you don't want them to have nothing to talk about. They can't have no leg to stand on. But they're gonna be searching for a leg to stand on. Shoot. You got the Four of Wands. And you have the Knight of Swords. Now you see, they trying to outdo you. They trying to do better than you. They have to find somewhere to place you, Leo. And Spirit is saying they're gonna try to outdo you. They're gonna literally try to figure you out. Invite you to their homes, invite you to these parties. You know, people like to get social. You better not drink a lot. If you are a person that drinks and you like to talk, you better limit yourself around these strangers. But Spirit is saying they're gonna try to figure you out. They're going to try to figure you out. how do you react to these certain situations? You will be placed, you will be tested, okay? And it's not tested by the universe. Spirit is saying you will be tested by others, okay? You will be tested by their ego, the fact that they can't handle it. You're going to be tested. You are more than deserving of it. Spirit already said it here. You're more than deserving of what Spirit is blessing you with. But other people will not be able to handle it. And that's what you need to be aware of. You don't have to share what's going on in your life. You don't have to share how you accomplish something. You don't have to share. They're not entitled to your life. They're not entitled to know anything. Okay? Samples thought they were entitled. You let them think they were entitled to your love. You let them think they were entitled to your finances. You let them think they were entitled to your space, but they're not. They're not. They were never entitled, but you let them literally think that they were, but they were not. And Spirit saying this go round, you're not giving that same energy there. Okay, let's move on. So, what needs to be done now? And I will be live this evening, sometime this evening, I don't know what time, on the main channel for question and answers. The main channel link is down below. If you have not signed up for the 11th hour ritual, make sure you go check that out on my website, blahscrystalsale.com. It will close January 9th or when it sells out, so go check that out. Also, the accountability group is now open too. That's on my website too. So, what needs to be done now for Leo Spirit? Leo. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. The full moon in Pisces. This is where people only see the surface level. It's a need to know basis. Right now. If they don't need to know, they don't need to know. It's a need to know basis. That's how you need to start moving. Be mindful of people's questions. You need to start, Queen, good evening. You need to start reviewing, thinking about everybody. Why are they asking me this? I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy. Before you answer it, ask yourself, why do they need to know that? And make up a lie if you have to. Make up a lie if you have to. Why do they need to know that? Why do they need to know who I'm dating? How does that affect them? Why do they need to know how much money I'm making? How does that affect them? How does my pockets affect them? Why do they need to know? So, Leo, although it may be your energy a little bit, okay, to want to showboat and, show what it is that you got and everything else, show who you are, Spirit is saying you need to start moving a little differently. You can showboat and everything else, but when it comes down to people prying into your business, why do they need to know it? You need to question everything. Why do they need to know it? That boss, why do they need to know what's going on in your life? Why do they need to know if your mama's sick? Okay, and stay with me. Why does your boss need to know if your mama's sick? Are they about to give you the time off? Are they about to say, hey, you go ahead and take the PTO. I'm going to give you free PTO and you take the time off. If they're not, what are they doing? They're prying. And you got to ask yourself, well, they're not going to give me, if they're not going to give me the PTO, free PTO or something, whatever the damn shit is, okay, then why do I need to tell them what's going on with my mother? Why do I need to update them? When they don't care at all. You have to question the motives, because if they're not planning on giving you the PTO, what are they trying to do? Most likely you about to get fired. You are now getting set up to get fired, because now they only want to know if you had a lot going on in your life. So they can go ahead and let you go because they didn't want to let Billy go. But they were going to have no choice but to let Billy go because the facts were there. But now you got too much going on in your life, and I'm always asking you about your mother, and you're always like, oh, she's on hospice, she's sick, she's this, that, and the third. Then now I got a better reason to fire you, because I really didn't want to let go of Billy, but Billy had to keep getting write-ups at HR, and it's documented. But if you always got something going on, and I now am offering you too much time off or whatever, let's just say I am offering you it. Why am I offering you the time off? I didn't offer Jeannie, I didn't offer her the time off when her father was literally just got in an accident. I didn't offer Jeannie the time off. I didn't offer Mike the time off, but I'm offering you. Spirit is saying you need to start questioning why these people want to know these things that they want to know about you before you go just revealing. You need to do it now. You got the Nine of Swords. Midnight, good evening. Remember, people just like to be nosy. They ain't gonna help nobody nothing. Look at that. 5 Pentacles. They ain't about to help you with nothing. They ain't about to help you with nothing. People just need to know. They need to feel important. And you not here for that. I'm almost done. Just wait a minute. Did you go get the thing already? Oh, yeah, you did. Okay, hush, hush, hush. Did you read that article?
Huh?
Queen of Cups, yes or no? Did you read the article? Did you write the thing out? Can you go throw that cup in the trash?
Okay.
You know what the trash is?
Yes.
Just look by the coffee machine. There's a little hole. Or by the printer. Okay, whatever. Yeah, they're not trying to help you out with nothing. Nothing. Push the door and then unlock. Push it in. You got the Wheel of Fortune? Nine of Wands, but Spirit's saying this isn't just with old people, current people. Spirit's saying this is with new people, because remember, when you gain new things, you also call in new energy. You also call in new people that you have never dealt with before. So just because you don't know them doesn't mean you're not offering up information to a snake. Question everybody. And that don't mean you got to be paranoid. You don't have to be paranoid. The Spirit's saying you need to be mindful who you're talking to, who you're sharing information with. So you may feel like, oh, I know the snake's already in my life. I got it. Stop touching my cards.
I gave you
The Hangman. You don't know this. You already know the snakes that's in your life now, but you don't know the new snakes that's coming up in there. Okay, that person you think you're just having a harmless conversation with at the bus stop, their life ain't going good. They want what you want. Oh, you got a bus card. I gotta ask my mama for 25 cents every. I don't think it's 25 cents anymore. But I gotta ask my mama for 25 cents, $1.50, $1.75, $2. I don't know, unless you go back to 25 cents. I remember when I was younger, it was 25 cents. But you know, some of y'all could probably say it was 5 cents or something. I'm freaking out. But I gotta ask my mom for 25 cents every day. You got a whole bus card out there with $100 on it. I mean, back in the day, there was this one person that had like $100 on their bus card. And I was over here asking my mom for $1 for the week or $1.25 for the week. You know, you got a whole card. You can swipe on it and go wherever you want to go. And your parents keep putting money on it, right? Either way it goes. Jealousy, envy, whatever. It don't matter. It exists. So you think you're talking to fancy. You think you're talking to a stranger and it's just a harmless conversation, but Spirit's saying, everything has a purpose, everything has a meaning. Everything. Why do you think you can have conversations with strangers and they can end up crying, pouring their heart out to you? Everything has a meaning. You can't carry yourself the same way as if this don't really concern me, this don't really matter, this is insignificant, because everything has a meaning, has a purpose behind it. Literally everything. You got the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So that was your stomach. Oh, that was mine. Maybe that was mine.
That was mine.
Anyway, hold on, Colleen. But yeah, you need to start looking out for you. You need to look out for you a lot better, because some of y'all be dropping some jewels, right? Now, one thing I will say, and I ain't gonna call the person out or whatever, but I'm gonna tell you the story though. So when I was younger, I would always say, and at this point I done changed it so I can reveal it. I would always say, no, I'm not gonna tell it exactly because I may still do it. I would always say, I wanted to have my engagement photos in this type of picture, right? In this type of color. I wanted to have my engagement photos in this type of color, and I wanted my wedding to be in this type of color, right? I used to have this conversation all the time growing up and everything. And then I think I had the conversation recently. And you know how I know I think I had the conversation recently? Because somebody who got engaged, I saw their photos and I said, hold up, wait a minute. No, I can't be 100%, but I think they copied me. And not just copied me, they beat me to the idea. It was my idea, right? It was what I wanted for my life, and they stole it. Now, granted, you know, people can do what they want to do or whatever else it is. But if I listen to you growing up and you listen to me growing up, going back to You never wanted that. That's not what you discussed. You said so many times, like literally, we grew up together, damn it. And we always spoke. And recently, literally just had the conversation, but I can't put my finger on it, but I'm more than certain. I'm not stupid. Literally stole my whole, not just idea, because it wasn't my idea. It was my whole, something that I wanted for myself, right? You stole it because you thought it would be unique. You thought it would be different. But see, I wouldn't do it like that. That was basic. I'm not basic. I'm sorry. But I wouldn't do it like that. But you took it. And that just goes to show you think you're having a harmless conversation. You're just telling your hopes and dreams and everything else. And yeah, stole my dream. Yes, take you. Yes, stole it. But yeah, you think you're just having a harmless conversation or whatnot, but no. Little do you know. That person that you think you can trust, you think that person is not interested in what you're interested in is stealing. Even stuff that they think is meaningless, but they know it's not meaningless because why the fuck would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? But it is what it is, because it's all right. Learn a lesson. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Because now I realize I be talking while you be listening. And you be listening. But it makes me wonder how many things have I shared in the past to you that you did some type stuff like this. I just didn't pay attention to it because I was stupid. And now Spirit is saying, this go round, did you not learn that lesson? Did the crumble not happen? This time you're gonna move differently. You're not gonna do the same thing anymore. They're not gonna know what you're doing. They're gonna wanna know. They're gonna wanna know. But they're not entitled to it. They're not allowed to know. Spirit is saying, when I gift you with these blessings that's coming your way, you're just going to accept them and you're going to move the way that you want to move. They should not know. They should not know. The crumble has already happened. Now comes the blessing, and they can't get in. Either way, so if you heed the message, what would be the outcome? You have the Knight of Cups. Definitely do hit different. Oh, she pissed me off. But I'm going to let her have it. Hey, you beat me to the marriage thing. It is what it is. Hey, I might not even get married. But, I'm going to let you have that one. This message will be the outcome for Leo Spirit. I got two more, Queen. Fuck. I got it. You got the 4 wands. You can't keep touching my card. You put your energy on it. I told you this already so many times.
If you did, you don't know.
Well, I'm going to tell you again. You can't keep touching my cards. You put your energy on it.
What energy?
Two of Pentacles. You're always going to have one up. You're always going to have one up. Stay with me. You're always going to have one up. If you heed what Spirit told you here, watch how your life just gets better and better and better and better and better. Better and better and better and better and better. Better and better and better and better and better. Right? Because remember, Spirit is not just talking about going in rooms that you've already been in and acting right. Spirit is talking about new rooms that you have not been in and act right. New people that you have not gone around. Be quiet. That cashier that's asking about your day, that they don't care about your day, but they would love to hear some juicy information that you just dropped off, right? Oh, how's your day been today? What do people do? Talk. Gift the gab. Oh, well, my day was good. You know what I did today? I did such and such and such. Just told all your business. And what's that person going to do? Because there's going to be some crazy stuff that some people be telling some crazy stuff, literally. And what are they going to do? They're going to end up going back to, girl, why was this girl at the line today when I was checking her out and she was like such and such and such. And what are they going to do? They're not just going to talk about your story. They're going to describe you, right? They're going to describe you. How many situations have you seen people get caught on camera and their business posted on TikTok or whatnot? Everybody and their mama now know who you are. They also know your stories and everything else, right? They can't be trusted. You don't know them. People are going to place you in that box, right? You're either going to be the crazy Karen or you're going to be the person that's, what is it? they're going to be on your side, right? But people got to place you somewhere. So you may be like, well, I had a right to, feel how I felt. The Spirit told you to act like you got some sense when you go in these places. So you don't become the next crazy Karen. Okay? Because granted, you're entitled to your feelings, but the world needs to box you somewhere. You're doing all this screaming, you're probably the angry black woman, right? Doing all this screaming, you're the Karen. They got to place you somewhere. You can't just be out here screaming just because you want to scream. Can't be out here crying just because you want to cry. You just want to release. You want to just heal. 3 of Cups. So be careful where you're walking because you never know who's watching, who's recording, who's trying to take notes, who wants to beat you to it. And make it like, listen to me when I say not only the blessings, like you're about to make it somewhere, Leo. Now, where you about to make it, I don't fucking know because you're all different. But you're about to make it somewhere. There's a blessing coming into your life, and it's major. And Spirit is trying to forewarn you. Shut the fuck up in the nicest way possible. Are these motherfucking cards falling on this floor again? You got the 9 of Pentacles. You have already made it. Okay, or you about to. You've already made it or you about to. And you already ruined your chances once before. Spirit is saying you were already on the route to this. Literally. You were already on route to this until you met these people. Whoever these people are. You were already on route to it. You should have been had this. You're going to get a chance at it again. And this time, you're going to shut up. You're going to shut up. All I saw was in a closet. And then I went up. I was confused about the closet part until I went up and saw it. Hey, if anything. Well, no, technically you don't want to because in the movie, she wasn't quiet. Who the hell was loud up in that damn attic? Wasn't it her? She wanted to do something. And she got them caught. I can't remember. Damn movie. I stopped watching a long time ago. If anything, you don't want to be like none of their family. You want to be like the other people that didn't get caught. That's what you want to be like. The other people that did not get caught, that you don't even know their story. Because they never got caught. King of Wands. And the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Be mindful how you're moving. Be mindful how you're moving. If you move the way that Spirit told you to move up in this reading, be mindful of everybody. You don't have to be paranoid. But I need you to be mindful about these random conversations that you are having with these people. When you're telling them your hopes, your dreams, when you go into that job, like I had to tell my sister, I had to learn it myself, but I had to tell my sister, when they ask you about yourself, they're not asking you about yourself. They don't give a fuck about you. So when you sit in there and they be like, tell me about you, and you start to say, well, I have a child and I like to do this for fun, they don't, yeah. And that's going to probably mess you up from getting the job. Because you going to come out your mouth and talk about some, oh, well, I like to, go to a strip club sometime. I like to go out drinking with my friends and mingling with people. Oh, I'm not going to hire you. You walked up in the room telling me everything. I ain't even asked you for this, but thank you for the information. Now, you may say, oh, they asked me for my hopes and dreams, but you done, blew your chances. Just by dropping that jewel. You don't even realize you dropped that jewel because you're thinking you're telling them something that you enjoy to do. They didn't ask you about that, but you told it. So be mindful when you're walking into these rooms because Spirit is saying you have walked indoors like this before, but you blew your chances. That's the only thing. That's the only difference. So you did not get it. Someone else got it over you, or you just did not get it at all. But now you got a new door right here. It's already either here for you or you're about to come into it, right? New blessing right here. You get a second chance, an opportunity that many people do not get to get for you to shine your light. Let people get just as close to you as they think they could get. And that's it. As close as they think they can get. Let them think they know you, but don't let them know you. For instance, hold on a minute. Think about the celebrities. Back in the day, they had a lot of fan base. I mean, they still do, but it was a lot easier for people to want to be celebrities because we didn't know a lot about them. Beyonce, we can suspect and everything. She'd be a little hush hush, but in a way, we still know her. Okay. I mean, girl, you didn't grow up in the age of we don't know nothing about you. You talked a lot back in the day. You may not talk now, but you sure enough talked a lot back in the day. And what do we have? Receipts. We got videos of you talking. You weren't always like this, right? Either way it goes. Think back in the day with the celebrities when we didn't know too much about what they were got going on. We didn't know how we could get into Hollywood. We didn't know how we could do this, that, and the third. We couldn't just easily become famous, right? Everybody looked up to them. They were literally legitimate celebrities. Now what's happening? The world has evolved. Anybody and their mama could be a celebrity. Okay? You could be a content creator and make more money than a celebrity. What happened to the little boy on YouTube that made millions or whatever else it is? I promise you he getting paid more money than little YouTuber, the little boy. Queen, what's the little boy name? Do you watch him? I know King watch him. Ryan. Oh, Ryan. Ryan World.
He made me watch it before. It is really annoying.
Well, he liked that little show. He wanted to watch it with his big cousin. Hey, back in the day, you used to watch some stuff too that I was sitting there like, I don't want to watch this either. But either way it goes, you still make me watch it. You want me to play Roblox? Same thing. Actually, he turned 9. And you were still watching some stuff at 9 too.
What was I watching?
You were 11 and you still on Roblox. And I find that to be boring.
For 13 years old, up to 13, 18.
I'm moving on. So anyway, yeah, you was watching the Backyardigans.
No, at 9.
Yes.
At 9, I stopped. Once I got on my phone, I stopped. I did.
Anyway, let's move on. So basically, yes, the little Ryan World, right? He getting paid more money than most of these celebrities out here, right? And he started getting paid young. Or if you look at the streamers or whatnot, what's that boy named Kai Cenat, whatever, getting paid more money and everything else. But the thing is, you can't, they are in an age where things have been revealed. But if you go back to not today's celebrities. Today's celebrities have let everybody and their mama into their business. And how do I say that? Like, before, we didn't know too much about Nicki Minaj. We knew something, but we didn't know. But now we know everything about Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj has not only joined TikTok, but she has joined maybe YouTube or whatever. She started her podcast. Things are being revealed. We know too much. So now we can place Nicki Minaj in a box. Wherever we want to place her. Yes, she has her little fan base. Don't lose me here. She has a fan base. But people can also place her in a box. Because now we know what's going on with her husband. And why do we know what's going on with her husband? Because her husband is revealing everything every 2 seconds. Twitter, he's revealing everything. So now we know that the pedophilia, is it the pedophilia? I don't really know. Maybe the pedophilia. I don't really want to say that, but I don't really know. Maybe not the pedophilia, the rape or something. I don't think pedophilia because I don't think he'd be able to be around his child. The rape thing, or the gangster stuff that he got going on. I don't fucking know because really stuff just be popping up, and you see how I be in the business a little bit, but not too much in the business. But so I can place them somewhere, right? Because I can't place them anyway. But we now know what's going on with Nicki Minaj and her husband, or her husband, and what's going on with her, and then based off of her husband, we place her into a category. Or, what happened with that incident between Beyonce and Jay-Z in the elevator. We wanted to know so bad so we can what? Place them in a box. So now I say this to say, if you heed what Spirit is saying to you, you damn near be like the celebrities back in the day. Not now. Back in the day. You couldn't quite place them in a category because you didn't know too much about them unless you were around them. And even then you had to find out other things. You had to be a certain type of person to even know what was going on with them. Right? Yeah. And now in today's society, you would technically more likely be like what's coming next. Okay, so if you don't heed what Spirit is saying to you, this would technically be like today's society where everything is on social media. Everything. People love to tell everything on social media. Now, I be telling people all the time, like, you may think I talk a lot and I be telling a lot, but I be telling y'all the stuff that I don't mind you knowing, because I am a Cancer and I'm very private. I like my privacy. And I don't need everybody knowing everything. What? Yeah, hold on a minute. My last one. So if you don't heed the message that Spirit's telling you, your outcome, you got the Three of Swords. Prepare yourself for another disappointment. A feeling like I'm never getting to where I want to get to. Right? I'm never getting what I want. Losing something else. Ace of Wands. That was you. Ten of Swords. Spirit saying you about to burn down your own kingdom before it even get good and gone. Good enough. Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, or that's in the Two of, hold on, in the Two of Wands. Only person you can blame is yourself because you put yourself in this predicament, right? They looking for dirt on you. I need y'all to stop telling yourselves you're not a celebrity. You're not important because there's always somebody checking for you. Always. Always somebody checking for you. That's why I said those meaningless conversations that you think you're having, they're not meaningless. There's somebody always checking for you. I can care less about a conversation. So if I sit there and start a conversation with you, obviously I want to be nosy. Obviously I want to know something. Right? But why do I want to know it? But I'll sit there and tell you, I'm just nosy. I want to know. Okay, tell me the details. Okay, but I do care about you. But everybody won't always care, right? So you may tell me your stuff and everything. I'm not going to report it back, but there are people out there that's like, oh yeah, I'm going to report this whole thing, right? I'm going to tell exactly who it is and what happened, and I'm going to point at you and I'm going to gossip about you, and I'm going to start all these rumors about you. Spirit saying you can't tell the dirt because they're just digging, but you have to question, why are they digging? Why are they all up in your business? Why? The Hangman, right? Why do they want you? Why do they want you? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna say it, okay? Take out my favorite resonate. Tarot, I feel like, is one of the easiest ways to make money. Yeah, I said what I said. Okay. Let me do the damn thing. Tarot is one of the easiest ways to make money. Okay. Why? Because everybody always gonna have a problem. You always gonna have a new problem. I don't care if I solve this problem for you. Tomorrow you have another one. Later on tonight you have another one. Right after I tell you that man cheating on you, you're gonna get mad at that man, you're gonna start to act different or whatever else it is, and you'll have another problem because why is he not responding the way that I want him to respond? Right? After I told him that I loved him, he didn't tell me nothing. But Spirit told me to tell him that I loved him. Oh, well, what should I do next? Right? There's always going to be another reason why you're gonna need to know the answer. Right? Stay with me though. But you got to be mindful of why these people want you back. Why they will mislead you, or why they will tell you damn near nothing to solve your issue, right? Why do they do that? Because they want you back. They don't fill you in. How many readers do you see out there that will do longer than a 5-minute reading? Why do you think that is? So you can come back. If you only get 5 minutes, what are you prone to do? Get the best so-called 5 minutes of your life, get deprived, and need them, and need to come back. Clean, stop. Stop. You're making too much noise. Sit down. Over there. So you can come back. Okay? So you can come back. Okay? Give you a 10-minute reading or whatever else it is. Now, granted, back in the day when I used to do my little 10, 15-minute reading, it was mostly because YouTube, when I first started, they only let you do 15 minutes or less. Actually, a little less than 15 minutes. If I went over, I would have to cut my video, or I would have to do a whole new video, or I have to do a part 2. And I didn't like doing part 2s because people don't really watch the part 2s, or they don't watch the part 1. They just click on the part 2, which is stupid. But people do that, okay? So I had to talk really fast. That's how that whole thing developed and everything else. Although I was naturally a fast talker, but I really had to talk fast because I only had less than 15 minutes to do a reading. So it kind of just stuck with me, even after YouTube let me do longer readings. But either way, and plus I had 12 readings I had to do. But either way. But you got to be mindful of why these people want to be in your business, right? When people learn about you, that's why I be telling y'all, even when it comes to me, don't tell me too much, right? That's why I don't watch tarot readings anymore. Because when I do a tarot reading, when I like, if I want to sit down and do a Leo reading and I just watch a Leo reading, all I'm going to remember is the Leo reading that I just watched. I'm no service to you. I gotta wait a couple days to like X out the energy that I just took in, right? But that's why I be telling y'all, stop talking so much. I'm telling you now, stop talking so much. If they are good at what they do, they will figure it out. Like I may ask a little bit of questions here and there because if you ask for a general reading, I got to know what I'm kind of looking for. Okay. If we're doing a mediumship reading, I want to know who I'm talking to, who I'm communicating with. But I'm not going to sit there and like ask everything. You reveal too much. You don't realize you reveal too much, especially when you're desperate to know the answer. You start filling in the blank for these people, and then now you out of pocket, and they got you. You now weak to them. They know exactly what you need because you told them already. And you'll be like, oh, no, I didn't tell them. Yes, you did. You told your whole life story in that one little 10-minute session. That one little question that you asked, you gave them the whole backstory. They now could give you any answer because it's simple. Let me lie to you, and let me lie to you good enough where you come back. And that's what Spirit is saying to you here. Okay, it's not just that's not every reader. Okay, that trust me, it's not every reader. But I'm just saying, like, that's as an example. But that's what Spirit's saying here. If you don't heed their message and you keep carrying yourself a certain type of way when you walk into a room, you are going to be taken advantage of every single time. And you are going to continue to miss out on your blessings. That should have been your spot, but it is no longer your spot because you gave it up to someone that was undeserving because you ain't know what you was doing. When you went up in there, you revealed your whole hand to them. You may not even have to say anything. It's the way you carry yourself when you walk in there. I can read you as soon as I have met so many people and I don't even say anything. I don't say anything because it's not my business to say, and I really just do not care enough. Okay. But somebody could walk in the room and I could literally start reading them. They can come over to me and I already know your energy's off. I don't like you, but I can be cordial, right? But I have already read you. Why? Because how you're carrying yourself. How you carrying yourself? I could walk in the room and you'll never know it unless I want you to know it. You'll never know it. Why? Because I carry myself differently. It's like I cloak myself. A lot of you guys are not cloaked. You're not prepared for it. But you need to start doing it. Cloak yourself. And it doesn't have to be done with magic. Shut up. Okay? Stop carrying yourself a certain type of way. Stop letting people know what your right hand is doing or your left hand. Stop letting your left hand know what your right hand doing or your right hand doing what your left hand doing, whatever the saying is. Stop revealing so much about you because people, like I said, want to place you in a box that you do not belong in. And you could have so many more blessings out there that are yours and ready to be received if you would stop revealing. Okay, will have no dirt on you. They will have the dirt all on them, right? They will have no dirt on you if you would stop telling them. They're looking for something. Everybody's always looking for something. Stop telling yourself that you're not important because somebody out there, you are important. They want to know. And so you feeling like, oh, nobody's going to care about this information. No, they care. They care. And people are magical with their thoughts. They're magical with their words. So I only have to know a tiny detail before I can curse you. So be mindful, Leo, Leo, Leo. Congratulations anyway. Love y'all. That's pretty much our reading. Bye, y'all.